Hello, everyone. This is Waverly Hanson. I'm coming to you again from beautiful Castle Rock, Colorado. It's just south of Denver, and we are really enjoying the beauty here. I'm here tonight to talk to you about some romantic tips to spice up your relationship. And I am really happy to talk about this subject because I've seen it work so many times. I'm assuming that all of you have probably heard about the 5 love languages. If you have not heard about them, I would encourage you to get online and look for them because it will open up a whole new world to you. So tonight I am sharing some things from those love languages. The assumption is that all of us have one primary love language and a secondary love language. I am convinced that all of us have a little bit of all 5, but generally speaking, there's at least one that will help us feel especially cared about, especially loved. The 2 questions I like to ask couples are, I feel close to you when, I feel cared about when. And that helps you remember the things that maybe you used to do when you first got together, and helps you be able to just do that for each other again. So I'm going to start with words of affirmation or words of encouragement. Some of us really like words. Words help us feel very loved. And then for other people, words are just words. They really don't seem to mean a whole lot. So often we marry someone that has a different love language than we do. And because of that, we tend to give our love language to our spouse. And perhaps we don't have the same love language, so we think we're being very loving, but they're not experiencing it as love. So I'm going to give you at least one tip from each of the love languages tonight. And then I will have a second webinar in a few days that gives you the other 5 or more. From words of affirmation or words of encouragement, I have a especially fun one that's pretty creative. You can think about 10 things that you would like to let your spouse know that you really appreciate about them. And so you're writing them out either on just little cards or maybe sticky notes, whatever you want to use. But the fun is that you're hiding them all around the house, and so that they will come across them when they're least expecting it. So it's pretty fun. One of the ideas that was listed, and I forgot to give credit to Dustin Reichman from Engaged Marriage. They shared these, and also Tom and Debbie Walter from the Romantic Vineyard. So those are 2 websites you might enjoy, Engaged Marriage and the Romantic Vineyard. And anyway, this first one of them was hiding them in the underwear drawer. One of them was between the coffee filters. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. And then in the shower, on where some of the shampoos and other things are, to have a love note right there. On their car dash, if they're going to work, in their briefcase. So when they open their briefcase when they get to work, if they use one, here they find that cool little note from you. And then another one I thought was really interesting, and that was hiding in the bread wrapper between slices of bread. So as they're taking the bread out to make sandwiches, here they find this little note, letting them know how special they are. For the acts of service love language, which many people also have this, where when their mate does something for them, that makes them feel especially loved. So one of the things that you could do is take over one of the hated chores. You probably know which ones your spouse really doesn't enjoy at all. And you could say, I'd like to take that over for you for today or for this week, whatever you want to say. And when you do that, that is definitely experienced as an act of service for you and can make them feel very loved. For the receiving gifts type of person that when you have a small gift for them, that it really makes them feel thought about. You were thinking about them when they weren't together with you. So you're listening especially for some things that your spouse says that they really like. Maybe it's a favorite candy bar, maybe it's a favorite fragrance. If it's a lady, then the perfume. Maybe the guy particularly likes a certain kind of shaving lotion. And so you're just listening for things that they would really like. And they don't have to cost a lot, but it's the thought that counts. So you're finding that and you're wrapping it up because part of it is in the presentation. So maybe the presentation doesn't matter to you, but to your mate, it may be very important. So you're trying to have it look really nice and surprise them with it. And it shows them also that you pay attention to what they say. So that also helps them to feel loved. Some people have quality time as their love language, and just spending time together means everything to them. One of the things that you can do for that one is choose, if you don't usually go to bed at the same time as your spouse, you can choose to do that. And even if you have to get up later and finish some other tasks or get up later and do some other relaxing things that you find comfortable for you, when you go to bed at the same time, that's a great time to kind of visit with each other and just be there for each other. So that may be one way you could do quality time. Another way would be going for walks together. So like we said before, all these things don't have to cost money. It's the little things that matter. Sometimes we think it has to be a big, expensive, very romantic thing. Those are very nice once in a while, but the majority of the time, it's the little things that really count. And the last one that I'm talking about tonight is the physical touch. And I always take physical touch apart between sexual and non-sexual touch because if you've listened to me very long, you know I talk about the hardwiring that we have and the differences between males and females and how important it is to recognize that. So maybe something just as little as holding hands as you're going for a walk together. Some people like to do massages, just a regular neck massage or back massage. Some people like to use some oils or fragrances that are special to them. So there's lots of things that you can do to make your spouse feel really cared about. And I am just about ready to sign off, but I'd like to hear if you have some ideas that work for you. And that way we can share them with each other. If you would like to let me know about those things, please send them to my email, Waverly relationshipcoach@gmail.com. That is Waverly, W-A-V like in Victor, E-R-L-Y, relationshipcoach@gmail.com. And if you're willing to share those with other people, then we will do that as time goes on. I'll be back with a second video in a few days with some more romantic tips that you can use with your special person. Good night for now. This is Waverly signing off. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.